welcome to this training when I'm going to be talking about clearing your money blocks so you can build exponential wealth and success in your business. For those of you who may be new to my world, my name is Anne Ryan. I'm a business mentor and a money mindset coach, and I help my clients, who mostly tend to be coaches but also consultants and course creators, to package and position the incredible value that and skills that they have, right, into a high ticket offer. So they can have more impact, they can earn more, work less, not because we're lazy, but because we have a really simple business strategy, right? And we can create time to do other things that we enjoy and love in our life as well. So I've built my business to multiple six figures organically. I've had 100k months organically, and I mostly work between 2 to 4 hours a day, right? Very occasionally I work more than 4 hours, but I have a really simple business model, and that's exactly what I teach as well. And it's done through high ticket, right? Through having, in my case, just one simple high ticket offer. And in order to sell high ticket, you do need a really good money mindset, and that's what I'm going to be helping you with today as well. And it is entirely available for us all, right? Now, the third part, I'll just super quickly share with you. Hi, Tamika, good to see you. Hey, Jemana, lovely to see you too. Tracy will get you the that training very shortly. So once you've worked on your money mindset, which I'm going to be talking about more, and you have a incredible offer, the next thing that you need is eyeballs, right? You need eyeballs on the offer. Otherwise, the best offer and the best money mindset is not going to necessarily get you lots and lots of clients. So if you are the world's best kept secret, you unfortunately won't be in business for very, very long, right? And the good thing about high ticket is that you don't need a huge audience, right? I mean, you know, I think there's about 1,500 people in this Facebook group now, and I've been able to reach 100k months. So you don't need a huge audience. Certainly with lower ticket, you do, right? Because you need to reach more people. And, you know, once you've built your business organically, if you do want to reach more people, investing in ads and other ways of doing things is perfect, right? It's perfect because you're just putting fuel on the fire there. But paying for ads and when you actually don't have a great offer and an offer that sells is a big mistake that I see so many businesses making. So that's just something to keep in mind, and that's something I've just gone off at a tangent at. Hello, Liana, good to see you from Florida. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I just thought I'll sort of share that as well, right? Because, you know, my perspective, my coaching, the way I do business, it's not for everyone. It's, you know, some people do love having multiple offers, and that's perfectly okay. I have zero judgment around that. It's just that this is the model I've chosen, this is the model I've perfected, and this is also what I teach, and that is keeping business simple, having one high ticket offer, and going all in on that, and building a really kind of quality audience rather than focusing on quantity, right? And my way of doing business is not for everyone, like I said, you know, and that's perfectly okay, because I can't serve everyone anyway. I don't have that capacity to do that. And the women I know I can help are typically, you know, people who are attracted to my way of doing business as well. So it's kind of a win-win. So if you are a coach or a consultant or course creator and you are watching me now and you haven't yet kind of reached the levels that you truly desire, right? Reach out to me, send me a private message, comment #support below. I'm not going to sell you anything. I'm happy to kind of find out a little bit more about where you are at. My ideal clients, you know, they're a couple of years into their business. They've already kind of made some sales, right? They're close to that 10K sort of month. They've made 5 to 10K at least, yeah? And they're the people I know that I can help best to really simplify their business model, reduce the number of hours that they're working, and massively scale their business so they can have the impact that they desire and the freedom and the lifestyle and all the things, right? Because that's what I stand for. So tell me, what is your biggest frustration when it comes to making money? Is it that you don't feel like you're good enough yet, right? Or is it that you don't know how to create an offer that is so irresistible that it practically sells itself? Is it that you're not visible, that you feel like you've got a great offer, but you just don't have the visibility, you don't know how to attract leads? Is it that you cannot convert those leads into sales? You know, you have a block around actually selling and receiving. And I'm going to be talking about that in today's training too, because there's a real connection between sales and receiving money and your belief system, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let me know. I'd love to know where you're at. So I've got so many other trainings as well that we can point you in the direction of, because I can also promise you I have experienced every single one of those frustrations at different times in my business myself, right? And they're all normal. There's nothing wrong with you. We all experience that, right? But sometimes in business we can feel really, really alone. And so I just wanted to kind of get a sense for where you're at. But today I'm just going to be focusing on the clearing money blocks piece. But let me just see. Hello, Charlotte. Good to see you from Ohio. Tiffany, thank you for being here. Tamika, yes, I know you're in Tasmania. Beautiful part of the world. Hello, Virginia from Switzerland. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone's names. But let me know where you're at, right? What your kind of biggest frustrations are, because these are all connected and linked to how we make money. And if you're wondering, do I have money blocks? The chances are the answer is yes, because we all do. I still have them, right? Most people have them. I really, truly, like, I've spoken to multimillionaires and they still have some form of money blocks too. They appear at every level. And you know, and even though I teach this is kind of something that I help my clients with, and I have a multi-7-figure business offline as well, I still have money blocks, right? And it's ongoing. The work is ongoing. So you know, I feel fear around setting big money goals, because, you know, in the past I've associated big goals with potential disappointment as well, right? And I'm sharing all of this to kind of normalize these things, because we all have them. So what I'd love to know is, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being poor or really bad and 10 being excellent, how would you rate your relationship with money? I want you to think of money as if it was a person. How would you rate your relationship with money? Think about the thoughts that you have about money, how you feel about money. If you have an excellent relationship with money, you would feel like money was like your best friend in the world, right? If you had a bad relationship with money, you'd feel like money was your worst enemy, maybe. Let me quickly catch up on some comments here, then tell me all the things. Visibility, trying to expand your audience, Liana. Leads for Carol. Visibility. Hi, Lani, thank you for being here. I didn't see your name pop up before. I do apologize. I've not sold anything yet. That's fine. We all start somewhere, right? We all start somewhere. So thank you for sharing that. Our relationship with money is so important, right? And how we treat money is often really connected to so many other areas of our life too, like love and so on. The number one money block that I see, and we've all experienced, I'm sure, at some stage, is a belief that we don't deserve money. Yeah. Now, if we grew up believing that wealth was something that happened to other people, yeah, other people were wealthy, we weren't. You might think that you're not good enough to be rich or to be wealthy. You know, we need to ditch the idea that only some people, certain people, are deserving of success, because we all have it. We all have it within us. Yeah, it's just some people are more able to receive, and they have their channels more open to receiving, and they have less blocks, right? We all have blocks, or they've done the work on their blocks. The fact is, anyone and everyone can be successful in their own way. Yeah. Beliefs of whether we are deserving or not deserving often come from our childhood and how we were raised, what we heard, what we hear on the media, what was said to us as children, right? A classic example of this is we were raised to believe that if we weren't good, Santa wouldn't come. Who experienced that? Who heard that in their childhood? That really innocent comment that our parents made at some stage that indicated if we weren't good, we weren't deserved. If we weren't good, Santa wouldn't come. If we weren't good, we wouldn't get the ice cream. Yeah. And those really simple, innocent things have led us to have the beliefs that we have today, right? And some of those beliefs impact our self-worth as adults today, years and years and years and years and years later, right? And they can be an issue around things like love, whether we're deserving of love, and money. Those really innocent comments that our parents made, things that our teachers said at school. Yeah. If deep down you don't believe you deserve something, you won't have it. Whether it's wealth, whether it's love, or whether it's something else. Yeah. It's that simple. So I'd love to know in the comments, do you truly believe you deserve money? Tell me. And let me quickly catch up on what you gorgeous people have been sharing. So Jemani said, I know I'm a great coach, but there's a deep resistance to sales and receiving, like I'm doing something wrong. I also am aware that it's related to worthiness, working on it, work in progress. Absolutely. Listen, our awareness is the most important thing. Yeah. And you are absolutely worthy. And just a little reframe on that, Jemana. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Do you pronounce the J, or is it a Yomana? Tell me. J or Y. Maybe if you just mentioned that, then I'll know for future reference. A little reframe on sales, and this is the way I like to see it, is I want to solve people's problems. This is so much more than making money. Making money is a byproduct of me helping. Yeah. And if I truly want to help, if I truly believe that I have something that is of value, that is going to help someone to solve their problem or to achieve a desire that they truly, deeply, madly have, then why wouldn't I sell or tell them about it? Yeah. People get to decide for themselves whether they want it or not. Yeah. So, something for you to think about. Carol, your money mindset's at a 5. Carla will get you the high ticket training. 4s and 5s. Hi Katie, good to see you. Hi Tracy, I don't think I said hello to you before. That's a good way to think about it. You haven't thought about money as a friend. Look, money is energy, right? And if we treat money as a friend, as someone that we truly love, money will hang around, right? But if we treat money like our worst enemy and hate on money and feel like money's never around when we need it, and money's, and I'm moving into this in as I'm going through this training, then why would money hang around? Yeah, we need to be really consciously aware of how we treat money. And I'm going to be going into that in a little bit more detail as well. That Santa belief, Liana. I know, right? That's the thing. And it's just simple, innocent things that our parents, they did the best that they could, right? I'm not here to hate on my parents, but little innocent things. And look, and as a parent myself, before I increased a lot of my awareness around the impacts that these things have, I made similar mistakes with my own children, right? I'm far from perfect, right? But this is where the awareness can really, really help us, and we can change. We can change and pass this on so other people can change too. So do you feel deserving of money is kind of what I asked, right? And I'd love you to take that thought one step deeper. How much are you deserving of receiving? Yeah. See, we all have a cap, right? We all deserve something, but how much is that something? Yeah. It's the glass ceiling. It's again very much linked to society and how we were raised and the beliefs that we had, and often even having had a corporate career and come into the business space, our beliefs are all kind of, we'll never earn more than we earned in corporate, or I'll never earn more than my father who was a doctor, for example. Because we have these beliefs, right? We have these societal things that have been, that a lot of money is something that surgeons make or that lawyers make, right? And, am I deserving of that? Because I didn't go to university and study I'm an engineer, by the way, by profession, but regardless, right? These are just little subconscious beliefs that we have based on just society. And we have a glass ceiling. We have a glass ceiling that will prevent us from breaking through it until we have that awareness around it, right? And for some of us, it's as little as $2,000 a month, maybe, or $5,000 a month, or $10,000 a month, or $50,000. Yeah. And for others, it's millions and millions and millions because they've done the work. Yeah, they have such a good relationship with money. They love money. Yeah, there's so much shame around loving money. Yet money goes to where it is loved. It is an energy, right? This is the thing that it kind of doesn't make sense, but it makes sense because we would not have poverty in this world if money went everywhere that it was needed. Yeah. So we say we'd love to be millionaires, or we'd love $1 million business. We'd love a six-figure or a multi-six-figure business. But if we subconsciously, we don't feel deserving of it, then there's the block, right? We'll never get it. And as I'm sort of sharing these different things, because I'm going to sort of talk about probably just around 5, oh my gosh, look at the time already, of the most common money blocks, and I've started with this deserving one. Yeah, there are so many ways of breaking through and clearing some of these blocks, but it takes work, right? There's subconscious reprogramming work that is required to shift these these beliefs that have been around for so long. And one way of doing it is, there are amazing RTT practitioners and hypnotherapists and so on that can help also with that subconscious reprogramming, and I do that within, I don't personally do it, I have a team member who does that within our paid program, but one way of doing it is kind of with affirmations, right? And saying I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire doesn't work. That's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone. It doesn't work, right? But having a better feeling thought and saying something that is better than what you currently believe can work. So I am deserving of wealth, and I am moving towards a life of wealth and abundance and limitlessness. Things like that. So your brain can actually believe it is possible because it's about the direction that you're moving towards, right? As opposed to saying, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. I don't think it works, right? Now, this is my belief. So if your brain doesn't believe it, you're wasting your time repeating, right? So let me know if you have any questions as I go through this, and I apologize if I miss all the comments because I'm just going to have to start talking a little bit faster and not getting sidetracked so much. All right, so the second belief that is super common that people have around money is just having negative assumptions. Yeah, negative assumptions and beliefs about money, again, based on upbringing, society, and all the things. While abundance is a goal for many people, a lack of wealth can lead to so much negative thought about money. Yeah, and it is true. Money can't fix all our problems. Yeah, it can't. Money does not equal happiness. But money does make life so much easier, right? And we need to change this story that we have around money. Otherwise, we will continue to be where we've always been. So it allows us to experience so much more in life if we had unlimited amounts of money. Do you agree? How much more can you give back if you had more? However, some people dwell on the negatives, right? And this is what blocks success in manifesting wealth. Yeah. Think about this, or preferably share this in the comments if you can, please. What are some of the negative messages you've heard about money specifically? Yeah. Whether it's from family, whether it's from society, whether it's from a movie that you've watched, the news, whatever. What are the this is really important for us to kind of really acknowledge, right? Money is the root of all evil. I'm sure we've all heard that. Rich people are greedy, yeah? Money does not bring happiness. Don't even talk about money because, we don't talk about money. We don't talk about salaries. We don't talk about earnings, Why do you have to talk about money all the time? As if it's shameful. Let's keep it a little, let's not talk about money because, let's not brag about how much money we have because, it's not good to do that. It's shameful. There is so much out there. People get, if people are celebrating money, they trigger other people. Have you seen that in the coaching industry recently? It's like you're not allowed to celebrate money because that's just too triggering. Forget the work that you have to do on yourself, but you don't let anybody else celebrate money because that's just too triggering. Yeah. Is it any wonder with those beliefs that we can't receive and we have money blocks? Yeah. People with money are greedy, evil. I mean, think about this, right? Women with money especially. Aside from Mother Teresa, maybe Oprah Winfrey's not too bad, right? She kind of has a pretty good image still. Most women with money, Mother Teresa didn't even have money, so what am I talking about? She had a lot of impact, right? Most women with money are perceived as power hungry, bitches. Think about the media and how women with money are portrayed. I know, don't get me wrong, they're influencers, like the Kardashians and all that kind of thing. They're influencers, but gosh, they put one foot in the wrong place and the media is on them, right? They're not necessarily portrayed as kind, loving, giving type of people, even when many of them are. So one of the ways to change these negative beliefs about money is to list all those beliefs and get it all out there because they're there. They're in our subconscious anyway. So write down all the negative beliefs, all the limiting beliefs, all the beliefs that don't serve you around money. And then next to that, write down corresponding positive beliefs and release the negatives. Open yourself up to believing that with every negative belief is also a positive belief. It's a belief. It's not a fact. it won't stand up in a court of law. Yeah. So, so for example, money is the root of all evil can become money in good hands does good things. That's one of us, right? I'm a good person. No matter how much money I have, that won't change. So this is the reprogramming, right? And if we do this work, then our subconscious can let go, which runs the show 95% of the time, guys. 95% of the time, our subconscious is running the show. So we can release some of these old programming and reprogram our mind to with new beliefs. Yeah, new beliefs that serve us. And I think it's really, really important to acknowledge the negative ones though. You can't do anything without money. Yeah. So many crazy. The universe gives you what you feel worthy of receiving. Carol, you're yet to receive what you earn in corporate. Trust and believe it's coming. Yeah, trust and believe it's coming. If we don't believe it's possible, it won't. Our beliefs play such a huge part. All right, I'm going to move on. The third one is denial about finances. Huge money block, right? Some people are in complete denial about their financial situation. They have this kind of love-hate relationship with money, and they experience highs and the lows, and they are in complete denial. They don't want to know. They tend not to know when money is coming in, and they tend not to know when money is going out. They don't know when bills are due. They know that they can't cover their expenses, and so instead of actually facing it, they bury their heads in the sand and pretend that there is no problem. That is a huge sign of a money block, right? They don't want to know because it's just too scary and too depressing. And they default on payments, and they don't care. I mean, it's not that they don't care about defaulting on payments. I don't think anyone wants to be the person who defaults on bills, right? But it's their lack of awareness. It's their lack of paying attention to money is often the problem, right? They also tend to be the kind of people who just leave money lying around, whether it's loose change, whatever it is, money in pockets, money in the car, money in different places, and they don't have their bills organized. They don't know, they're just in complete denial. I'm not talking about some bookkeeping exercise here in business, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about generally in life, right? And these are definite signs of money blocks. So I'd love to know, tell me, do you have a good handle of your own finances? Do you know how much money is in your account right now, this moment? Do you know? How often do you check your bank balance? You don't need to give me the answer of how much you've got in your bank right now, right? But do you actually know the answer to that? How often are you checking that? So the solution is really simple here, right? And I promise you this works. Pay attention to your money. This is the relationship you have with money. Think of money like your lover, your best friend, your child, whoever it is that you care about the most, and pay attention. Track your money daily. Even if you know nothing has changed from yesterday to today, track it. Anyway, track the zeros. It's okay. It will trigger you, but it's okay. You'll survive it, right? There's something incredibly empowering about paying attention like that to money. And this is the stuff, what I'm sharing here is the stuff that I'm sharing with my clients too, right? My newest client who came on board last week, she's been on a daily basis sending me a message because she's tracking her situation, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much, and this is not just about bank balance too, but just pay attention to receiving a free coffee or a free lunch or an unexpected gift, or finding something something unexpected that's worth something. It has a value. Pay attention to things like that. What you pay attention to multiplies. You can't ignore something and expect to improve it. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You can't ignore your money situation and expect to improve your money situation. When you start paying attention to money, it's incredible how your blocks shift. This is like a simple 2-minute exercise daily, right? Money is an energetic currency. It's no different to taking care of a loved one. It will stick around. It will stick around if you pay attention, if you take care of it, right? And being in denial about your finances is like the biggest mistake that we can make. Yeah. As painful as it may be to see how little there is in the bank sometimes, face the facts. Look at the number, because you can't improve something that you're not measuring. Yeah. You can't bring in more when you don't even know how much you have in the first. Is this making sense? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? This is like simple stuff, right? But this is the stuff, and all of this may not apply to you. But I hope it's helpful and it gives you some food for thought. Awesome. Oh, hi Sandra. Hi Leticia. Thank you for being here, gorgeous woman. Charlotte, you check your account every 2 days or so. That's fine, right? I like to suggest daily, but every 2 days is very much on the right track. If you have loose change hanging around in different places around your house, your pockets, your handbags, your cars, the different places, I would highly recommend gathering it all together and putting it in a nice jar or in a box or into your purse. If your purse is looking worn out and tired, update your purse. This is all incredibly effective when it comes to clearing your money blocks and really, giving this beautiful home for your money to live in, right? And a place where it's loved and desired and not hated on, right? All right, I'm going to move on to the fourth sort of money block that I see frequently is an excessive giving mindset, right? And I've been guilty of this too, right? I'm not all of the things that I'm talking about are things that I've experienced myself, right? Being generous is great. I'm generous. You see me, I share all these amazing trainings in here, and I love giving, I love serving, over-serving, and so on. So being generous is great, but to manifest abundance, you need to be both a giver and a receiver, yeah? And often people don't know how to receive. They love to give, but they can't receive, yeah? Whether it's a compliment, or a free lunch, or a coffee, or whatever it is, right? We need to be open to receiving with gratitude, yeah? And remember that your worth isn't only defined by what you provide for others, yeah? And so it's healthy and positive, and you're right to want things for yourself as well, right? And to be a little bit selfish at times and want to receive. So I'd love to know, tell me, does it feel good to receive? Does it feel exciting to get something unexpected, for someone to buy you a coffee or a lunch? Or do you feel like you're in debt if someone does something for you? Tell me, how does that feel? Because you have to practice. This is a practice, right? We have to practice receiving as much as we give, and practice gratitude. Because the compound effect of gratitude on top of the positive energy of receiving is where the magic happens. Yeah. So you gorgeous ladies, you might compliment me, you might say, how particular training was helpful, or, might say you look lovely, or whatever it is, right? The beautiful things that people say to me. I had to work really hard to just receive and not deflect, and just to say thank you. I feel so amazing. Thank you. I received that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. And not feel like I had to kind of go, no, I won't take that free lunch, or no, I don't want to take up too much of your time, or no, oh, you look amazing too, or because that's just kind of deflecting. Yeah, so just learn to receive. Sandra says, I'm getting better at receiving and not deflecting or minimizing or refusing it completely. Sandra, I'm with you, right? And this is like, because we've been raised a particular way, right? So it feels a little bit unusual sometimes to not deflect and not to kind of go, what, this old thing? And to just receive whatever it is, because it's so lovely to give. We know how good it feels to give, yeah? So why not give the person who's giving us an opportunity to feel as good about them giving and just to receive it. All right, moving on. Fear of success. This is the last one. I'm totally running out of time, so I'm not going to go any further, but this is a huge one, and I think it's a really, really important one, and it's one that I've struggled with and continues to struggle with. The work is ongoing, gorgeous people, so, I'm far from figured it all out, right? Of all the money blocks, this one was my worst. And I've done a lot of work on this, and I continue to do a lot of work on this because I still have some blocks around the fear of success, right? But with each time I've kind of smashed through that glass ceiling, and I'm just now at that kind of next block. So there are so many more blocks, but I'm really mindful of time, so I'm going to leave it with this one. The thing is, your subconscious mind may actually be terrified of getting what it really wants, or what you really want. Yeah, it could be that you're scared of the change. You're worried your success won't last. You worry that everything will change, right? And these fears are what ultimately hold us back. So I'll be completely honest with you. Like, I have this fear around, I'm at that 100K mark right now. And this is what I'm working with my coach as well, is that I can't sustain that. That my life has been a shit show at different times, with my kids and my parents and so many other things. And right now my life is pretty stable. It's pretty good, right? And I'm kind of like anticipating that something might go wrong again, and I might not be able to hold that and hold this, and it's a fear of success. And it is just and the thing about these fears is we kind of manifest the problem because we're focusing so much on the problem as well, right? And so then we can say, see, this is what I knew was going to happen. And sadly, when you see people being successful, they have more haters. Or when you see people being successful, they have to work harder, or all these other subconscious beliefs that we have from way back and from what we see around us can hugely impact how we truly feel about success, right? And this is when I needed to break through this belief, is when I started to learn a lot more about money blocks, and then I started teaching about it too after I got a certification in this work. Yeah, because it was really holding me back. I was afraid that I could not be successful and still have time for my family. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. And I know this is a problem that so many women feel, especially when you have younger children. And because we want, but we also don't want. Yeah, we don't realize we don't want. We say we want, but we don't want, because we worry that, and especially if we're overgivers, especially if we're generous people, especially if we, have certain standards that are important to us, then success will come at a price. We may not be able to meet those standards. We may not be able to deliver at the same levels, and we're going to block the success, right? And so this is the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind wants it, but the subconscious mind, the ego, is like, you ain't gonna get it. No, it's dangerous, it's not safe, don't do it, don't, right? But when we work on these blocks, breakthroughs are possible, right? And I was stuck around the 10K months for a while. I was stuck around 20K months for a while. I was stuck around 30K months for a while. I was stuck around 50K months for a while. And, and now I'm at that 100K mark, and 100K per month mark, and I'm working. This is work in progress, right? Because I have a fear of, can I hold it all? Yeah, I'm doing it, I'm holding it all, but I'm fearing that next step. Yeah, and I'm doing the work on that. The reality is that everyone's experiences, we experience these at all the levels, right? And it doesn't just go away just because we've cleared the fear around success at the 20k mark or the 50k mark or whatever. It doesn't go away. It comes back. It comes back in a different way, and the work is ongoing. So I'd love to know, do you fear success? Like, tell me, does this resonate with you at all? If you do, write down the anxieties you have about the success. Yeah. And this is what I'm doing right now as well. This is the work that I'm doing right now. Yeah. So for example, perhaps you worry you still won't be happy, or you're not responsible enough to have huge amounts of money, or you won't have time for your kids if you have more success, or your clients won't get results if you have too many clients, or whatever, right? This is there. You just got to get everything from out there out on paper, in whatever format you choose, and next to each of those negative beliefs or limiting beliefs, write a better feeling belief, a better feeling thought, right? And flip those beliefs, because like I shared before, these aren't facts, right? They wouldn't stand up in a court of law. So for every belief, there is an equal and opposite belief too. Yeah, and you're just opening yourself up. You're bringing to the front of your mind the positive beliefs instead of giving all the airtime to your negatives. Yeah, and this is, and keep doing this work till you have that breakthrough, right? It's not a once and done. It's ongoing work. The good news, gorgeous ladies, is money blocks can be cleared. They can absolutely be cleared. This is not a life sentence, right? They can be cleared. It's just that the work is ongoing. And some of the tips that I've given you are, quick and easy ones that you can implement, but obviously in my program I have a mindset coach who does more subconscious work and hypnosis and timeline therapy and other things as well, to really go deeper and to sort of shift through some of the deeper subconscious blocks. So strategy on its own will never get the result, right? It's the combination of the strategy and the mindset that is absolutely essential for success. So I am going to leave it at there. We're almost at the hour mark. I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, drop any comments or questions that you have. Tag me if you want me to come back and answer them so I get a notification. If you'd like to explore working with me, drop a hashtag support below and I can reach out to you, or send me a private message. I'm not going to sell you anything. We can just sort of have a bit of a conversation in Messenger and see if we're a good fit, and whether whether my sort of way of teaching or coaching will even resonate with you. Thank you. Have an amazing day or evening wherever you are, and I will see you next week. Bye.